Magandang araw mga bata! Ako si Ma'am Regine, ang teacher mo sa math. Sa video na ito ay ating bibigyang kasagutan ang tanong ng ating mga mag-aaral ng grade 7, paano ko nga bang sasagutan ang mga learning tasks sa module? Ang video na ito ay tumutukoy sa week 3 ng ating milk-based or a cube module for grade 7 mathematics, quarter 1, lesson 3. Meron na rin akong ginawa na video tungkol rito kung paano dinidiscuss ang laman ng week 3 ng module. You can check it out in our YouTube channel, ang teacher mo sa math. Ang week 3 ng module for grade 7 math ay naglalaman ng topic about absolute value and integers. Meron itong tatlong learning tasks. First one, yung learning task 1 ay nasa I part or introduction. Matatagpuan ito sa page 13. Yung learning task 2 naman ay nasa E part or evaluation. Matatagpuan ito sa page 16. At ang ating learning task 3 ay nasa A part or assessment. Same page, nasa page 16 din. Simulan natin sa learning task 1. Ito ang ating makikita sa module. For learning task 1, ang instruction ay, on a separate sheet of paper, illustrate a sea with the following. A crab 5 feet below sea level, a cliff 3 feet above sea level, and a flying bird 4 feet above sea level. Use a vertical number line to help you out in the illustration. So, ito-drawing natin ito mga bata. Magdo-drawing kayo sa isang papel ng sea. Yun yung pinakagitna. Dapat meron siyang crab below sea level na 5 feet. Meron ding cliff or bangin 3 feet above. At meron ding flying bird 4 feet above the sea. Gagamit tayo ng vertical number line. Ito yung nakatayong number line para ating masukat yung mga binigay na measurement 5, 3, and 4 feet. Tapos yung i-drawing itong instructions sa learning task 1. Study it carefully, then answer the questions below. Ito yung ating 7 questions na sasagutin based on sa ating drawing. Meron na akong ginawang example and explanation kung paano gagawin itong learning task 1. Napapaloob ito dito sa ating video for absolute value and integers. Kaya naman, let's watch this video. This is one example. So this is also a number line. However, vertical siya, nakatayo. Yung kaninang number line natin na example ay nakahiga, horizontal siya. Kung mapapansin natin, yung 0 ay nasa gitna talaga niya. This is the origin. Yung mga positive numbers ay nasa taas sa vertical. Sa horizontal, ito ay nasa kanan. Yung mga negative numbers naman ay nasa baba. Yung sa horizontal o nakahiga, ito ay nasa kaliwa. And this vertical number line is using feet as its unit. Yan. So, meron tayong picture of a sea. And this one is the sea surface, yung pinakataas niya. So, the best number to represent the sea surface or the sea level is 0, since siya yung gitna, origin siya. Anything above the sea level will be measured using positive integers, since positive yung mga nasa taas ng isang vertical na number line. And anything below sea level will be measured using negative integers dahil nakikita natin sa ating vertical number line, lahat ng numbers na nasa baba ni 0 ay negative. The absolute value of 0 is 0 because 0 is 0 units away from itself. Nandito lang naman siya sa origin, hindi naman siya gumalaw. So, ang absolute value niya ay 0 lamang. For example, meron tayong cliff above the sea level. This is an illustration of a cliff. How far is the cliff from the sea level? Gaano ba siya kalayo? So, let's measure. This is the distance of the sea level, yung gitna, yung origin, from the cliff. So, from 0, tumapat siya kay positive 5. So, kukunin natin yung absolute value ni positive 5, which is 5. Because 5 is 5 units away from 0. So, from 0, bibilangin natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, yung layo ni cliff from sea level ay 5 feet away. The cliff is 5 feet away from sea level. So, yung unit dito ay papalitan natin ng feet dahil this vertical number line is using feet as its unit of measurement. Yung layo daw ni cliff, ito, yung pagitan nila, yung kanilang distansya ay 5 feet. Next, so meron naman tayo dito isang crab. So, what is the distance of the crab from the sea level? Gaano nga ba kalayo si crab kay sea level? Sukatin din natin. This is the distance of the crab from the sea level. Ito ay tumapat from 0 kay negative 4. What is the absolute value of negative 4? That is 4. Because negative 4 is 4 units away from 0. Si negative 4 daw ay 4 units yung layo niya. So, kung bibilangin natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, the crab is 4 feet away from the sea level. So, meron naman tayong flying bird. What is the distance of the bird from the sea level? Kung susukatin natin siya, ito yung distance ng bird from the sea level starting from 0. The absolute value of 7 is 7. Tumapat siya kay positive 7 because 7 is 7 units away from 0. So, from 0, kung bibilangin natin, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Therefore, the bird is 7 feet away from the sea level. Next, alam na natin kanina that the cliff is 5 feet away from sea level. Ito yung kanyang distance. At alam din natin that the crab is 4 feet away from the sea level. Now, the question is, how far is the distance of the crab from the cliff? Gaano kalayo si crab dito kay cliff? So, kung susukatin natin yung distansya nilang dalawa, ang gagawin natin ay i-add lang natin sila together. So, we have here 5 feet. Ito yung layo ni cliff from sea level, the origin. And we also have 4 feet. Ito naman yung layo ni crab from sea level. I-add lang natin sila together. So, 5 feet plus 4 feet is 9 feet. Therefore, the crab is 9 feet away from the cliff. Ang layo daw ni crab kay cliff ay 9 feet. So, dito naman tayo. Si bird ay alam natin na yung flying bird ay 7 feet away, yung kanyang layo sa sea level ay 7 feet. While si crab, 4 feet yung kanyang layo. So the question is, how far is the bird and the crab from each other? Gaano ba sila kalayo sa isa't isa? What we will do is just to add their distances from the sea level together. So itong 7 feet ay yung layo ni bird kay sea level at yung 4 feet naman yung layo ni crab from the sea level. I-add lang natin sila together. 7 feet plus 4 feet is 11 feet. Therefore, the bird and the crab are 11 feet away from each other. At ayan, ganyan natin gagawin ang learning task 1 mga bata. Punta naman tayo ngayon kay learning task 2. Sa module, ito ang inyong makikita. Learning task 2 ay nasa E-part. Nahati ito sa dalawa. First, meron tayong 10 na kailangan yung i-add. Yung B naman ay meron ding 10 na kailangan yung i-subtract. Mag-focus muna tayo kay activity A ng learning task 2 at the following. Sa aking video, nabanggit ko na ang positive integers ay mga numbers na pwedeng wala ng sign. Automatically, kapag wala siyang minus sign or negative sign sa tabi niya, ito ay positive integer. Pero dito sa module, kung makikita natin ay indicated siya clearly kung ang number ay positive or negative. Kung may nakikita kang plus sign na katabi niya, this is the symbol for positive sign. These are all pertaining to a positive integer. Example, positive 10. Itong nasa number 1. Positive 10. An integer without a negative sign is automatically known as a positive integer. Pero dito nga sa module, clearly indicated siya para hindi kayo malito. In-enclose lang siya sa parentheses para ma-differentiate natin yung plus sign sa positive signs. Dahil lahat ng integer na walang negative sign katabi niya ay automatic na positive integer, aside from positive 10 na ganyan, pwede rin siyang maging 10 as is lang na walang plus sign sa katabi niya. Both of them are pertaining to positive 10. Another example naman, syempre kung may makikita kayong minus sign or negative sign before the number, it is pertaining to a negative integer. Negative integers always have minus sign before it. Para masagutan natin ang learning task 2 ng ating week 3 module for G7-Math, I would recommend that you watch the video about absolute value and integers. Tulad ng aking laging binabanggit sa aking ibang mga video, ang video na ito ay tumutulong lamang para kayo ay gabayan kung paano sasagutan ng mga module, ngunit ang mga kasagutan ay mananatiling galing sa inyo. To add integers, we have a few rules we need to follow. Rule 1, to add two positive integers, just add the two integers together, then copy the positive sign of it. So, halimbawa natin yung tulad ng sa number 1, pareho siyang positive. Ito ay aking example. Positive 10 plus positive 5 is equal to 15. Then, copy the positive sign. Since pareho naman silang positive integers, kokopyahin lang natin yung sign na common sa kanilang dalawa. So, ating sagot na 15 ay magiging positive 15. At tulad ng aking nabanggit kanina, integers na positive ay pwede namang walang positive na katabi nila. So, itong positive 10 at positive 5 na ito, pwede rin ganito, pareho lang silang itsura. Ang sagot ay pareho lang namang 15. Pwede rin itong wala ng positive sa katabi niya. Because all numbers, all integers na walang negative sign before it are considered automatically as positive integers. Both of them are correct. Rule number 2. To add two integers together, just add them and then copy the negative sign of it. Example naman ito ay yung parang number 2. Dalawang negative integers, i-add natin together. 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Since silang dalawa ay negative, let's copy their negative sign. Ang 15 ay magiging negative 15. Kaya negative 10 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 15. Rule number 3. When you add a zero pair, the sum is always 0. Ito naman ay parang yung number 9. Meron tayong isang negative at isang positive. Negative 10 plus positive 10, the answer is always 0. Any number, basta isang positive at isang negative, ang sagot sa kanila ay laging 0 because they are known as a zero pair. Rule number 4 tayo. To add integers with different signs, magkaiba yung sign, isang positive, isang negative, pero hindi siya zero pair. Magkaibang number siya. First, find their absolute values. Ito ating example, positive 5 plus negative 7. Isang positive, isang negative. Kunin natin yung absolute values nila. Absolute values are always positive. The absolute value of 5 is positive 5. And the absolute value of negative 7 is positive 7. Pag meron na tayong absolute value, subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. I-identify muna natin kung sino ang smaller number. Si 5 ay mas maliit at si 7 ay mas malaki. So, si 5 yung smaller number, si 7 yung bigger number. Subtract the smaller number. Ibabawas natin si 5 kay 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. Next. Copy the original sign of the bigger number for its sum. So, originally, si 7 ay negative. Therefore, itong 2 na ating sagot ay dapat na maging negative 2. Kaya naman, positive 5 plus negative 7, ang sagot ay negative 2. Punta naman tayo kay activity B, subtract the following. Meron din tayong 10 isusubtract. Ang rule natin kay subtraction ay laging ito lang naman. Change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to the rules of addition. Si subtrahend ay yung number na ibinabawas. Kung ang ating operation ay horizontal, nakahiga siya, si subtrahend yung laging nasa dulo, yung pangalawa. Siya yung ating ibabawas dun sa isang number na nauuna, which is minuend. After nating baguhin yung subtrahend, yung sign niya, magpo-proceed tayo to the rules of addition, yung mga na-discuss natin kanina. Example tayo, positive 10 minus negative 5. First ay change the sign of the subtrahend. Kaya yung 10, since hindi naman siya subtrahend, as is lang, positive 10 pa rin siya. Yung negative 5 ay ginawa na nating positive 5. Next, proceed to the rules of addition. So yung ating minus sign kanina ay magiging plus sign na. After nating gawin yung instruction for subtracting integers, meron na tayong 10 plus positive 5. Proceed tayo to the rules of addition. Since pareho silang positive, kailangan lang natin silang i-add at copy their common side, which is positive. Kaya naman, positive 10 minus negative 5 is equal to positive 15. Another example, negative 10 minus negative 5. Change the sign of the subtrahend. Kaya from negative 5, gagawin natin siyang positive 5. Yung minus sign, dahil magpo-proceed tayo kay addition, ay magiging plus na. After nating sundin, yung rule ni subtraction of integers, meron na tayong isang negative at positive na integer. So, meron tayong two integers na ipagpa-plus na may dalawang different sign. Ang rule natin doon ay, first, find its absolute value. Si negative 10, ang absolute value niya ay positive 10 because all absolute values are positive. Si positive 5, ang absolute value ay 5. Once meron na tayong absolute value ng ating two integers, let's subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Si 5 yung smaller, si 10 yung bigger. Kaya naman, i-minus natin sila. 10 minus 5 is 5. Para malaman natin kung ano ang tamang sign ng ating sagot, we will have to base the sign of our answer to the sign of the bigger number. 10 and 5, bigger number si 10. Originally, si 10 ay negative. Therefore, ang ating sagot na 5 ay magiging negative 5. Kaya naman, negative 10 minus negative 5 is equal to negative 5. Another example, 0 minus negative 5. Change the sign of the subtrahend. Si negative 5 ay magiging positive 5. Yung minus sign ay magiging plus sign because we will be proceeding to the rules of addition. So let's add. 0, dagdagan mo ng 5. The answer will be positive 5. Ganon natin mga bata kung paano sasagutan ng learning task to make sure you stick to the rules. Make sure you follow the rules para makuha natin ang tamang procedure at ang tamang sign ng ating sagot. Punta naman tayo sa learning task 3. Ito makikita natin sa module under learning task 3. Word problems ito, merong dalawa. At itong dalawa ay meron na akong nabigay na example at explanation sa aking video about absolute values and integers. Let's watch this video. Word problem. A mercury thermometer records a temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit at 10 a.m. If the temperature drops by 30 degrees Fahrenheit every hour, what will be the temperature by 2 p.m. of the same day? So, dito sa word problem na ito, may ilan tayong mga salita na bibigyang kahulugan. First, thermometer. A thermometer is an instrument used to record temperature. Temperature naman is the degree of hotness or coldness. Gaano nga ba kalamig o kainit ang isang bagay? Degrees Fahrenheit. Degrees Fahrenheit is one of the units of measurement of temperature. Dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, masanay tayong gamitin ng degree Celsius. Pero in this word problem, we will be using Fahrenheit. Speaking of thermometer, this is a digital thermometer. Ito yung masanay tayong gamitin kung mali-use ito sa mga bahay. Digital ito dahil ang result nito after 1 to 2 minutes, halimbawa nakalagay siya sa kilikili, nakaipit siya doon para malaman ang temperature. Pag siya ay tumunog na, kung ano yung number na kanyang pinapakita, yun yung na-record niyang temperature. Digital. Aside from a digital thermometer, ginagamit din natin to record temperature ang isang thermal scanner. Halos pareho lang sila ng digital thermometer. Yung kanyang pinapakitang number dito, yun din naman yung kanyang nare-record na temperature. However, ito ay itinatapat lamang, say for example, sa forehead ng isang tao para malaman niya na yung temperature. Ini-scan lang siya, hindi siya kailangang iipit. Katulad nitong digital thermometer kasi kailangan ma-absorb nitong metal rod na ito sa dulo yung temperature para kanyang ma-record. Pero, this word problem is pertaining to a mercury thermometer, and this is what a mercury thermometer looks like. It is made up of glass, yung kanyang body. Yung dulo niya, just like a digital thermometer, ay made up of metal rod din. Nakalagay siya sa isang plastic. Ito ay hindi na masyadong ginagamit sa panahon ngayon dahil made up of glass nga ang kanyang body, prone siya na mabasag. At pag nabasag siya, ang loob niya ay mercury. Itong mercury sa loob niya ng isang mercury thermometer ang nagsasabi kung ano yung temperature na kanyang na-record. And mercury is a dangerous substance kapag na-intake ng isang tao. Kaya ngayon, hindi na siya masyadong ginagamit. Ang commonly used natin na thermometer ay digital. But for this word problem, gagamitin natin ay mercury thermometer. According to this word problem, by 10 a.m., a mercury thermometer records a temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Every hour, kada oras, the temperature recorded drops by 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The question is, what will be the temperature by 2 p.m. of the same day from 10 a.m. kung kada oras ay nababawasan itong 80 ng 30 degrees? Let's start. By 10 a.m., ang recorded ng ating mercury thermometer na temperature ay 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's start from there.
1 hour later.
80 minus 30 is 50. Kaya tayo nag-minus dahil sa word na drop. Since bumaba yung kanyang temperature, kailangan nating mag-subtract. 30 dahil 30 degrees yung ibinababa niyang temperature kada oras. By 11 a.m. of the same day, from 80 degrees Fahrenheit nung 10 a.m., naging 50 degrees Fahrenheit na lamang siya.
1 hour later.
Bumaba na naman siya by 30 degrees, kaya nag-minus na naman tayo ng 30. 50 minus 30 is 20. By 12 noon of the same day, from 50 degrees nung 11 a.m., naging 20 degrees Fahrenheit na lamang siya.
1 hour later.
Bumaba na naman ng 30 degrees Fahrenheit ang ating temperature dahil lumipas na naman ang isang oras. From 20 degrees nung 12 noon, nagbawas tayo ng 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Ito ay naging negative 10. Saan nanggaling yung negative 10? Applying the rules of integers, minus ito, kaya subtracting integers. 20 and 30 are both positive. Change the sign of the subtrahend first. From positive 30, magiging negative 30. Then proceed to the rules of addition. Minus naging plus. Meron na tayong 20, positive 20 plus negative 30. The rule for adding integers with different signs is to first find their absolute values. Absolute value of 20 is positive 20, and the absolute value of negative 30 is positive 30. Next, subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Si 20 yung smaller number, si 30 yung bigger number. Kaya meron tayong 30 minus 20, which is 10. Para malaman natin yung magiging sign ni 10, we have to base its sign doon sa original sign ng ating bigger number. Si bigger number natin ay 30, siya ay originally na negative 30. Kaya naman, ang ating 10 na sagot ay naging negative 10. So, by 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. of the same day, from 20 degrees, naging negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit na lamang yung temperature.
1 hour later.
Last hour, from negative 10, we need to deduct another 30 degrees dahil nag-drop na naman siya. Naging negative 40. Saan naman galing yung negative 40? Again, applying the rules of integers, negative 10 minus positive 30. Subtraction ito. So, from positive 30, changing the sign of the subtrahend, magiging negative 30. Minus, magiging plus because we need to proceed to the rules of addition. Negative 10 plus negative 30 is negative 40. Kaya naman by 2 p.m. of the same day, ang ating mercury thermometer ay naka-record na lamang ng temperature na negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature by 2 p.m. of the same day dropped from 80 degrees Fahrenheit at 10 a.m. to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit by 2 p.m. Another word problem. Kate gets into the elevator on the first floor of a shopping mall. She goes up 3 floors to reach the food court. After an hour, she went down 2 floors to buy books. At which floor is she now? Ito si Kate. Siya ay nasa isang mall. Sasakay siya ng elevator. Gagamitin niya ito para makapunta siya sa kanyang destination. According to the word problem, si Kate daw ay sumakay sa elevator nung siya ay nasa first floor. So originally, nasa first floor si Kate. Doon siya sasakay ng elevator. Gumamit tayo ng mathematical form para mas madali natin siyang maintindihan. 1 dahil originally si Kate ay nasa first floor. Plus, because of the word goes up. Meaning, i-add natin from first floor, saan pa siya next pumunta. 3 dahil umakyat siya ng 3 floors using an elevator. So, 1 plus 3 is 4. So, aakyat na si Kate from first floor ng 3 floors. Siya na ngayon, currently ay nasa 4th floor. Nasa 4th floor daw ang food court na kanyang pupuntahan.
1 hour later.
From 4th floor, she went down 2 floors to buy books. Mathematical form ulit tayo. 4 is yung kanyang current na pwesto. Siya ay nasa 4th floor. Minus, tayo ay magsusubtract dahil went down. Pag goes up, up means to add. Tayo magpa-plus. Pag down, magsasubtract tayo. So, minus 2 dahil bababa siya ng 2 floors. So, 4 minus 2 is 2. Kaya naman si Kate, from 4th floor, bababa siya ng 2 floors. Siya na ay nasa 2nd floor. Nasa 2nd floor ang books. Currently, Kate is at 2nd floor. At ganun natin kung paano sasagutan ang learning task 3 ng ating module 4, week 3. And that's it for our video for today mga bata. Hangad ko na natutunan mo kung paano nga bang sinasagutan ng module for week 3 ng grade 7 mathematics. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel ang Teacher Mo sa Math for more contents and videos regarding the grade 7 math. So please share this video para mas marami pa akong batang maabot at maturuan dahil ako si Ma'am Regine, ang Teacher Mo sa Math.